Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I want to do a requested video from Trinigl. I hope I didn't jack it up, girl. If I did, I apologize. But basically what she wanted to know is she wanted me to do a review on my Epi Speedy, and she wanted to know what fits inside of it. Let's see, what else? Pros and cons. And also when I did that initial unboxing review, I had other questions in that review comment box, and I wanted to address those as well. And some of those were, is it durable for everyday use? Is the canvas shiny in person? And let's see, and where can you buy it? So I want to address those as well, and I want to take it a step further. I want to compare the Epi Speedy to a canvas Speedy so you guys can see the differences there. So if you're interested in this video, stay tuned. Okay, so let's get started. So the bag in question is my black Epi Speedy, and this is the bag. Okay, and as you guys can see, it is the same shape as the typical Speedy bag, okay, with a few minor tweaks, and I'll get into that when we discuss the differences and the pros and cons. So it's a top handle bag, just like the other Speedies, and I chose to get it in black, but it comes in several other colors. So whatever you decide to do, whatever you decide to get, they have some very beautiful colors. Okay, and this is the inside. So let's talk about the pros and cons about this bag. One pro that I absolutely love about this Speedy is it's 100% leather. Unlike the canvas bags where the body of the bag is canvas, the only leather part of the bag is the top handle. So that's a pro for this bag because it is very beautiful, and the leather itself, I'm trying to let you guys really get a good look at the leather. The best way that I can describe this leather, it has ridges, and if you can see on camera, it's so unique. The type of leather that this bag is not the typical smooth lambskin leather or a calf leather. I can't remember the type of leather, but whatever leather it is, they did some type of process to make it very rigid, and it's like I said, a very beautiful type of sleek design. So that's the leather, and that's also a pro. Another pro is this extra pocket here, and what I use this for, you can put your cell phone in it because it's actually very deep. It goes really deep in there, so you can put your cell phone in it. So that's a pro of the bag. And also inside the bag, the typical Speedies, okay, there we go, there's only one pocket, and as you guys can see, there's two pockets here. So that's another pro in itself. Another pro that I really like about the bag is the lining. With the typical Speedies, the lining is attached to the canvas, so you can't really pull it out. This one is not attached to the canvas per se. It's stitched at the top, but if you ever got something in here, you can pretty much take it out easily because of the type of canvas. And it's still a textile canvas, but it's not sewn. Well, the canvas ones isn't sewn. I guess it's just the canvas on one side, and the other side is the actual lining, which is just one piece. But this one is actually a extra lining, and as you guys can see, you can pretty much pull it out. I hope you guys can see that. So that's another pro to the bag. I know a lot of ladies that like to use base shapers to the bag. So one pro with this, and I'm not a base shaper type of girl, I like my sag, but this bag, it's very structured. So if you're the type that like to order a base shaper and put it in the bottom of your bag, you don't have to do that with this bag because it's not as squishy as the canvas bag, and I'll show you that later on in the video. So the bottom of the bag, it has a leather piece that goes right down the center. So it really enforces the bottom. So even when you put a lot of stuff in there, and I'll also show you that later on in the video, it's not gonna droop like the typical Canvas Speedy. So that's definitely a plus if you prefer the non-sagging look. But for me, I kind of like a sag, but since I've been using this, it really doesn't matter. Okay, let's see. You still have the D-ring. So you still have the D-ring in the Speedy. And it's right here next to the pocket here. So those are my pros on the bag. So basically it's a structured bag, the leather itself, the additional pocket on the outside, and the additional pockets inside. So that's a pro for the Epi Speedy. Now let's talk about the cons, because every bag, in my opinion, have cons too. It doesn't matter the price point, it's always an issue with the bag. Okay. Because this bag is so structured, you have to be extremely careful when you're trying to go through tight quarters, because it can easily get scuffed because it's not as pliable as the canvas bags. So if you're shopping, you know, and you have the bag on your shoulder, let me just get up here. You have the bag on your shoulder. This is not gonna bend in. You see how strong that is? It's not going anywhere. So you really have to be super mindful of where you're going and be super careful, because it can get scuffed very easily. Also, because this bag is all leather, so the pros are also cons. Because this bag is all leather, the weight is it's heavier than a Canvas Speedy. So if you're the type that like to pile a lot of stuff in your Speedy, it's gonna be super heavy because of the leather. It's all leather, so it already has an added weight to it. So when you put a lot of stuff in it, it's gonna be really, really heavy. So that's a con for me. One thing I would tell you guys, if you're deciding on getting this bag, I would highly recommend it because it's a beautiful bag and it's an all leather bag. But keep it stuffed, because I've seen a lot of Speedies that are not stuffed, and I'm referring to the leather ones. I can understand the canvas ones because they're so pliable, you can pull it out and it's no big deal. But this one, you don't want to like just smash it in, even though you can, you know, because even though it's structured, you can still smash it in, but you don't want to do that. So if you get the bag, I would say definitely you can't be as carefree with this bag as you can be with the canvas bag. So you definitely, every time you store it, you want to make sure you stuff it so it retains its shape. So those are my cons for the bag. So one question I had is this bag shiny in person? I would say it's not super shiny, because they do have a another line, I can't recall the name of it, but it's super shiny. This is not it. Electric, it might be called electric, not 100% sure. This has I will say a semi-gloss look to it. So it's not super shiny, but it's not a dull leather. It's an in-between. And it's really nice. So if you're the type that don't want to have like the patent leather shiny look, go for this bag. It's not going to have that high gloss. It's semi-gloss. So it's very subtle. And one other thing that I want to mention as a pro, I have a lot of friends and just people in general that are not comfortable with bringing canvas monogram bags to work. A pro to this bag is very subtle, and it will transition to any business, any workplace. So if you love Louis Vuitton but you don't want to have bam in your face type, purchase this bag and it'll work great, because a lot of people, unless you know Louis Vuitton, you're not going to know what type of bag this is. Because I've had people ask me just walking in the street, you know, oh, I like your bag, what type of bag is it? Because they're not familiar with the Epi line, because you know most Louis Vuitton is either the monogram, the ebony, or the azure print. So this will transition very nicely if you're the type that really don't want to carry a canvas bag to work. Then this will be a great bag to transition to your workplace. And I wanted to say that is definitely a plus. One other thing I like about this bag, as you know, most canvas bags, the hardware is gold. This is silver. So you can see it's silver. Is this bag durable enough to use as an everyday bag? Absolutely. I would say you can definitely use this bag as an everyday bag, but like I said, I will caution you, be very careful. Don't use this bag like you would typically use a canvas bag. If you're the type that will just throw your canvas bags on the floor or sit them on the floor, do not do that to the Epi line. I would say you can use it. It's highly durable, really, but you just have to be cautious of how you use it because you don't want to have scuffs. And if you do, it's no big deal, but if you can avoid it, I would avoid it. Okay, so we talked about that, and I had a question, where can you purchase this? I purchased this in the boutique, but you also can purchase it online. I know I've been online lately and a lot of the things are like sold out. I don't know what's going on with that, but you can purchase this online if you don't live close to a boutique, and you can go into a boutique. And I would do that because one reason I say that, when I initially went online just to research the bag, the dimensions were the same, but when I got the bag I knew that it was not the same at all. This bag, and it's a 30, and I have 30 canvas Speedies, and this bag is slightly bigger. So it's a subtle difference, but you can definitely tell if you are a 30 wearer. You would be able to tell immediately that there is a size difference. It's very, very subtle, but there is one there. Okay, here we go. So you can see, very subtle, but there is a size difference there. So if you wear a 30, you would definitely be able to tell that, okay, this bag is a tad bit bigger because I wear 30s. If you wear 35, this will be perfect for you. It's not quite a 35, but it's not quite a 30, so it'll be perfect if you like the 35. Another question is, what can fit inside? So I'm going to transition to my table so I can show you. Is that 30 canvas fit the same as the 30 Epi? So this is what I'm going to show you. So this is just a pochette that I keep in here. I'm going to throw this in here. This is just a cosmetic case that I keep other essentials, not my cosmetics. Put that in here. This is where I keep my cosmetics, my makeup. That's funny, cosmetics, my makeup. Okay, my wallet, throw that in here. Okay, a pen case that I have to give credit to. I saw a couple of YouTubers. I used to just keep pens, and you know what? That's dangerous. So I decided to get a pen case. Okay, and then this case is super big, so you can see my glass case. Okay, so let me show you guys inside of this so you can truly see what all fits. Okay, so this is inside of the 30, and I just threw all that stuff in there. Normally I really take my time, and you know, because I hate stuff just thrown all over the place. So, and you see that's inside. Still have plenty of room. And just say, for instance, you want to throw a water bottle in there because you're going to be thirsty throughout the day. Okay, and this, okay, so here we go. It zips, no problem. You see that? Okay, so let's transition all of that to the Epi. Okay, so let's take all this out, and we're gonna put the same stuff in here. So we're gonna put this in here, the pochette. Oh, and I have to tell you guys while I'm doing this, one con, how can I forget this? The opening is not as big. You see how big, let me skip this. You see how big this opening is, unfortunately, and that is a super con for me. I was like, what in the world? It's not as wide as the canvas bags. So we throw that in there. We're gonna throw all this stuff in there because I don't want this video to be too long. Throw all that. So you see that it's gonna be a hassle to get in there, but the bag is so beautiful, I can deal with it. Like I said, every bag that I own from Louis Vuitton, every bag period, there's no perfect bag. I truly believe that. I don't care the price point. There are issues with all bags. Okay, so all of that fit in there. Let me turn it this way. All of that fit in there. You still have room to spare. And let me show you this. You see, no sag. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Trini girl, I hope this was helpful and answered all your questions. And to everyone that left messages in my unboxing video, I hope I answered your questions to your satisfactory. So until next video, guys, you have a great day. Until next time, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe.